Hello everyone, welcome to the second session and also the last session of the chapter 4 Gender, Religion and Caste from Class 10 Politics. In the previous session, we discussed about the two social divisions, that is gender and caste. Here we are discussing about the third division, that is religion, communalism and politics. We can first look at religion and politics. Gandhiji used to say religion can never be separated from politics. By religion, he means the moral and the ethical values. He believed that politics must be guided by the ethics drawn from religion. Next, human rights activist says that the victims of all communal rights in our country are the people from religious minorities. To understand the communal rights, we need to know what is communalism. Communalism is the belief of superiority of one religion over the other. In such a case, there occurs violence and conflicts, and that is called a communal rights. So, the human rights groups demanded the government to take special steps to protect religious minorities. Then the women movement argued to change the family laws because the family laws of all religion are discriminate against women. Now we can look religion in politics is right or wrong. It is not wrong as long as every religion are treated equally. Then people should be able to express in politics their needs, interests and demands as a member of a religious community. Then political power sometimes able to regulate the practice of religion so as to prevent discrimination and oppression. In case of any oppression or discrimination is happening in the name of religious practices, if there is an influence of politics in religion or religion in politics, then the political power is able to regulate it or to prevent discrimination and oppression. Then it is dangerous only when religion is seen as the basis of nation or when communalism arises. Next, we can look at communalism and communal politics. Communalism means it is the belief of superiority of one religion over the other. Then communal politics, it is based on the idea that religion is the principal basis of a social community. Considering religion as a basis of a social community is very dangerous. It is against the very idea of India. It also follows that people who follow different religion cannot belong to the same social community. The extreme form of communalism leads to the belief that people belonging to different religions cannot live as equal citizens within one nation. And these beliefs are fundamentally flawed. We already told that communalism threats the very idea of India. Therefore, communal prejudice and propaganda need to be countered in everyday life. Next, we can look at the various forms of communal politics. The most common expression of communalism is in everyday beliefs. These include religious prejudices, stereotypes of religious communities, and belief in the superiority of one religion over the other religions. Then, a communal mind often leads to a quest for political dominance of one's own religious community, which leads to a majoritarian dominance. Then, minority community decide to form a separate political unit. Then, political mobilization also happens. It is in the form of it involves the use of sacred symbols, religious leaders, emotional appeals, and plain fear in order to bring the followers of one religion together in the political arena. Then the most ugly form is in the form of communal violence, riots, and massacre. Next is the secular state. You know that during the partition of India, we witnessed a mass communal rights. So the makers of our constitution were aware of this challenge and they made the constitution as a model of secular state, which means there is no official religion for the Indian state like Buddhism in Sri Lanka, Islam in Pakistan, Christianity in England. Then constitution does not give special status to any religion. Then constitution provides to all individuals and communities freedom to profess, practice and propagate any religion, or they do not follow any. This is provided under the fundamental right. Then constitution prohibits the discrimination on grounds of religion. Then constitution allows the state to intervene in the matters of religion only if the equality is denied. Example is the ban of untouchability. All with this we are done with the session. Hope everyone understood the session. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.